Togashi is still cooking, and I'm back for a second part, so let's just do this. Level 1. Dawn Freaks is the Hunter. According to chapter 344, Dawn Freaks is a person who explored the entire Mobius shoreline of the Dark Continent all alone 300 years ago, documenting everything in a book called Journey to the New World, East and West Edition. Only the East Edition was found with no trace of the West Edition. Now, for those of you who did not watch part 1, which I encourage you to do before continuing this video, The Hunter is a mysterious book narrating the adventures of a hunter in the wild, fighting and defeating magical beasts. The last part most likely rang a bell to many, because the Dark Continent is the hometown of big scary monsters, so perhaps Dawn Freaks is the Hunter, and the book might be the missing West Edition under a different name. Level 2. Beyond Netero is immortal. Beyond Netero, the Big Cheese, someone who in the past visited the Dark Continent in an unsuccessful voyage that brought back Zobai, the immortality disease that turns people into self-sustaining zombies. There were only 6 survivors for his expedition. 4 passed away, 1 is beyond, and the other one is not really looking good. Well, some say that Beyond also contracted Zobai, but the way the disease works is that it unalives weak people, but the stronger the person gets, the more control they have over it, and that is why Beyond Netero is immortal. That would explain why his name is Beyond, and why he would say, "I will wait as long as it takes." Level 3. Pariston and Beyond are responsible for the Chimera Ant incident. We see the Chimera Ant for the first time injured somewhere in NGL. We have no idea how she got there, or how she had that injury, but what is sure is that she is in the perfect place, that is Neo Green Life Autonomous Region, for her to consume human flesh and make a very strong king. Chimera Ants are usually 10 centimeters in size. For her to be that big, she must have gone through mutation or selective breeding. After all, she is the one who questions whether she has human DNA inside her. Netero forbade his son from going to the Dark Continent until he dies, so Beyond knowing his father spent his life looking for a worthy opponent, pulled a few strings with Pariston and gifted him the perfect enemy to challenge and throw hands with. At the same time, he would get rid of his father and finally be able to visit the new world. Level 4. Jin has a synergistic Hatsu. Jin excavated historical sites and tombs with the help of people he thought of as friends. He also created Greed Island with a team that respected and considered him a leader, and lately he paid Beyond's team in exchange of accepting him as number 2 behind Beyond, who for your information is not present, so it's almost like Jin is the temporary number 1 leader. Even though Jin sometimes is presented as a weirdo, he surely is a very sociable person that earned the trust and respect of many people like Razor and Isaac Netero, who appointed him as a Zodiac and described him as one of the best 5 Nen users in the world. This theory suggests that Jin has a Hatsu similar to Morena, who can infect people with a kiss to grant them abilities by achieving a certain task, or Benjamin, who can inherit the Hatsus of his followers once they pass away. Lately in the series, this type of ability has shown great potential, and Jin might as well possess something similar. Level 5. Hisoka is a victim of Hellbell. Hellbell the Twin Snake is one of the 5 threats that were imposed upon the Voyagers to bring back to the human world, as punishment for setting foot in the Forbidden Land, that is the Dark Continent. It is said to infect its prey with homicidal desire. It is an established fact from early chapters that Hisoka is a complete psycho with an unmatched lust for unaliving other people. So that one is a match. The second thing I want to point at is the snake nature of Hisoka. He is sly and often betrays people like the Phantom Troop. Also during the election arc, Hisoka was thinking about betraying Illumi, which did not happen, but he still had the intention and the guts to do it. If we were to put 2 and 2 together, why would Togashi use such description for the threat if not to hint that Hisoka is a direct result of Hellbell? Because imagine if everyone was Hisoka, humanity would literally perish in no time. As for the name Hellbell, I think it simply refers to the snake's rattle, judging by previously introduced magical beasts in the story, precisely ruse ravens, which are capable of mimicking the voices of others. There is a good possibility Hellbell can mimic wherever people are longing for in order to lure them in. And by the way, it has 2 stings that split from its main body. Maybe this is why they call it the Twin Snake.